Today I'm going to do a review on DeWalt battery operated tools. Are they worth the money? And do they last very long? Hi everybody, I'm Jim Dierdorf and this is Detroit DIY. Everybody was kind of concerned when Black & Decker bought out DeWalt Tools. The tools would drop in quality and they wouldn't be as good as they were or were assumed to be. But I think that's not the case. I think that they've raised the bar a little bit. I've had these since December. Haven't used them a ton, but they've been used quite a bit, and I'm pretty happy with them. I got this one also in December, the multi-tool. It is a very nice tool. Haven't used it a ton, so can't really attest to it too much. However, this is the very first DeWalt combo toolkit that I bought. And it came with a flashlight. As you can see, it's old. It still has the bulb in it. It came with the drill. She's kind of heavy. It came with the impact. And it came with the Sawzall. This kit I bought maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago, something like that. Was around 250 bucks at the time. I have used the dickens out of these tools, and each and every one of them still works. The drill, the chuck is getting a little bit tired in it. It grinds a little bit sometimes when you tighten bits in it and so on and so forth, but it still locks them tight and it still works well. The impact gun. I don't know, about 2 years ago I was working this thing hard. I couldn't even begin to tell you how many screws this thing has put in. It would be thousands of pounds of screws that this thing has put in. About 2 years ago I was using it and some sparks shot out of it and it changed its tone a little bit. And at that point in time I thought this guy was done. But I'll tell you what, it maybe lost a little bit of power. I've probably put in 1,000 screws with it since that happened. It still runs good. And it'll still drive a screw in right now. So I don't know what happened that day. I know it is not quite the same after that happened. But I do know that it still works really well. The Sawzall, the trigger quit working in it, and I thought at that point in time, I looked up the price of the trigger and it was like $100 or something, and so I looked around online and I found an aftermarket trigger. I put it in about 2 years ago. I think I got the trigger for like $49 or something. I thought it would be worth it, that I could get another couple years out of it. This Sawzall has been used hard in a lot of demo work, in a lot of different instances. Still runs good. It still cuts, and it's just, I couldn't be honest with you, I couldn't be happier with the performance of this saw. The batteries. This is probably my 4th set of batteries for these saws. Now, for all these tools here, obviously the batteries are not going to last as long as the tools. The batteries have gotten kind of pricey. When you're looking at 80 bucks a battery, you kind of scratch yourself and figure out what you're going to do. But I've been buying the DeWalt batteries. They last quite a while, and I think these are now about 2 years old. They still hold their charge well, and they still work well. So I'm pretty happy with these older style batteries. I think they've gotten better over time. The charger is the original charger that came with this toolkit. The charger has never failed, which to me is kind of surprising. I expected this charger to fail after 5 or 6 years. It's charged so many batteries I couldn't even begin to tell you how many times this has charged the battery, and it still works amazing today. So all in all, guys, I have to say, for this toolkit, I am extremely pleased. I never in my wildest dreams thought this toolkit would last 12 years. I didn't even think they would last 6 or 7 years, as heavy as they've been used, and for how well they've hung in there. It's quite incredible. Even the flashlight, I think I've put one bulb in this flashlight, and it works amazingly well. I like the fact that the head rotates so that you can get the flashlight to point straight up. It's a versatile flashlight. I kind of almost wish they were still making this one, even though it doesn't have a LED bulb. I kind of wish they were still making it. I think then I paid $250 or $260 for this 4-piece toolkit with 2 batteries and the charger when I purchased it. And today, this combo kit, you can only get it obviously with the lithium battery. The voltages vary, but today you can get this kit with 2 lithium batteries and the charger for $349. I don't think that is a bad deal. These motors do have brushes in them. I have never replaced them, so I don't know how far down they're getting, but as far as I can tell, these tools are still running good. Who knows how many more years I'm going to get out of them. I think that they've paid for themselves. So whatever I get from here forward, to me, is a bonus. They're heavier than the new tools. The new tools are a little bit lighter, especially the drill. The impact is about the same. So moving on to these guys right here. I'm pretty impressed with them. They're very lightweight, and they're not bad to hold. And when you're putting in several hundred screws in one day, you definitely want something that's lighter in your hand. It doesn't wear your arm out so bad. And even I'm glad they lightened up the drill so much, because it's a lot nicer to use for an extended period also. This combo kit here was just the drill and the impact driver. You can get this online at about $299. Now, I don't think that's a bad deal. The batteries last way longer, the lithium batteries, than these other batteries do. So this kit came with the 2 tools, the battery charger, and 2 batteries. And I think that for $299, I bet you I can get 20 years out of these guys right here. And I don't think that's a bad deal at all right there. So let's move on to the multi-tool. The multi-tools are pretty versatile. They can get into a lot of tight corners and a lot of spots that you just cannot get into with other saws, especially if you're trying to be careful around what you're cutting. So if you're trying to do a little delicate cut on a piece of trim or something like that you're demoing or removing, and you just can't get it cut any other way, where you don't want to stick a sawzall in there and ruin something that you don't want to ruin, this is the way to go. These work really nice. They're relatively quiet, but they cut pretty fast, and they just vibrate back and forth. This is a really handy tool to have. It will not get a ton of use per se like these, but it is a very handy tool to have, and you will find yourself needing it on a fairly regular basis if you're doing any kind of home remodeling or demo work of your own. So guys, I have to say that I know there's cheaper tools out there, and if you were to buy these and you were just to use them in a homeowner type setting, these tools would last you a lifetime, an entire lifetime. There's no doubt in my mind that if I was just to have used this around the house, that it would have lasted me forever. You might be buying a few batteries, but the tools themselves would have lasted me forever. I think these DeWalt tools are constructed amazingly. I just can't believe the lifespan that I've gotten out of this kit right here. And as you can see by my little pile of DeWalt tools here, I believe in them and I think they're amazing tools. So when you're out there and you're going to buy some handheld battery operated tools, take a good look at them and listen to what I'm saying. They lasted a long time. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed yourself, click on one of those two videos that are going to pop up right there. And remember, if you want a good quality tool that's going to last a long time, DeWalt is the way to go. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Tony Iconelli and Brett Wimmer, because none of this could happen without them.